Namaste, dear listeners, and welcome to the iWatch channel, Astro Inudabi, Oneness in Astrology and Spirituality, also bringing in Awareness by Abi. Awareness by Abi, you will find my Facebook page, all my content is there as well, which is in text, and obviously on the podcast, it's audible. So I am touching on both different, requirements from you. Some of you require it in text, some of you in podcasts. So I'm trying to fit in both. And I'm very delighted to finally be on podcast. Finally, my content is on podcast so that it is shareable and it's understood by many people who don't understand it when it is written. So, beautiful question again on my table. Hi, Abi, please can you explain to me what Pitra Dosha is and can you tell me if I am suffering? Okay, good people, dear listeners, if somebody has told you anything about Pitra Dosha, whether you are affected or not, do remember where it's coming from. It's coming from Vedic astrology. It's discussed often in Vedic astrology with negative karma from ancestors causing obstacles in the descendants' lives. So, meaning your great grandparents, your grandparents, or your parents. It can be identified through various indicators in the natal chart, the Kundli. Now, these are the things that you can experience as an individual in your life. A lot of family conflicts, a hell of a lot of family conflicts. Now, and a hell of a lot of financial difficulties, severe health problems, and definitely career instability. Now, I'd like to move out from career instability because this is something that I honestly feel, if I look at where your planets are, and if you're a person that has no desires, you are not motivated, you're gonna have a career instability. You're gonna suck in your career. Where you don't put your Shakti, where you don't put your energy, you're not gonna become. So if you are putting your energy into laziness, you're gonna get laziness in return. So I'm not gonna blame your ancestors for that. You understand? So, but many astrologers will look at career instability as such. Now, there's various remedies for such. Look, there's also something called delay in marriage, and this can also be caused if you are going through, if you're suffering manglik dosh, um, if you're afflicted by Mars. Now there is three types of dragons, um, in Vedic astrology. One is Mangal dosh, another is Kalsap dosh, and the one we're talking about now is Pitar dosha. These three doshas I call the dragons because they cause a huge mishap in your life. They are the reason why an individual may go through so much of hiccups in his or her life. It's either Kalsap dosha, Pitar dosha, Manglik. Mangal dosh causes delay in marriage, divorces, um, you know, lots of difficulties with you and the other person. And then Khalsap dosh, there's 12 different doshas in the Khalsap dosh. Depending your Rahu and your Ketu placement and the planets in between your Rahu and Ketu, this will cause severe problems in that particular area of your life. And there's 12 areas of life. So Khalsap dosh definitely causes problems in these areas, which is all avenues, all parts of life. But since we're discussing Pitar dosha, uh, we must understand life is always about challenges and obstacles. And the challenges define the very essence of our existence, how you overcome it. Now, the happiness that we derive from overcoming troubles is unbeatable. It is very obvious that, we have to face difficulties all the time. Now, life can feel very troublesome when there's a streamline of issues and it doesn't cease to exist. It's at these moments that everything appears to go wrong, from business to career, and then we start looking at outside. What is the problem? And most likely, we'll find that the person is undergoing Pitra dosha. As the name suggests, Pita refers to forefathers, and dosha is the kind of karma, the dosha, the negative karma. So Pita dosha refers to the negative karmic debts of the ancestors. Therefore, Pita dosha translated means karmic debts of forefathers, ancestors, or any wrongdoings committed by an individual against their parents which will bring immense obstacles and troubles in the life of the descendants. So it also occurs when our ancestors are unhappy due to some reasons such as inadequate rituals, disrespect, or unfulfilled desires. Now, a lot of you may be familiar with the unhappiness, inadequate rituals. Alright. Now, Pitra Dosha can be identified in the birth chart. This is what I love to discuss because it involves astrology. It's seen in astrology. If the sun, moon, or Rahu is placed in the ninth house, which is known as the house of ancestors and forefathers and fortune, definitely Pitra Dosha. If Ketu is situated in the fourth house of the horoscope, Rahu is in the 10th house, Pitra Dosh. If the sun, moon, and Rahu or Ketu is afflicted by malefic planet like Mars or Saturn, definitely. And lastly, Venus, Mercury, and I think Rahu, or any two of it, Venus and Rahu, or Venus and Mercury, or Mercury and Venus, or Mercury and Rahu, or Rahu and Venus. Any of these two are positioned in the second house, house of income, property, fifth house of children, creativity, and ninth house of forefathers, ancestors, higher education, or the 12th house of any horoscope, definitely Pitta Dosha. Now, the effects of Pitta Dosha definitely detrimental effects on your life. Now, it can lead to a lot of misunderstandings, conflicts within the family trauma, financial constraints, definitely a significant concern, and chronic diseases, health problems that doctors can't sort out. Doctors can never, place a place themselves in a position where this is it, I'll sort it out, finishing plan. And mental health, overall well-being. Now you'll hear of various remedies. Now obviously the remedy is different depending on what type of dosha it is. What type of it, where the planets are. Now, for me personally, I'm not one of rituals, but I'm a firm believer of what I know. What I know is what I know. I don't believe in anything. So for me personally, based on my awareness, to please the ancestors, this is the best ritual, is to connect to them every day. When you wake up or when you sleep, before you can sleep, connect to them. I thank you for your presence in this world. Thank you for all the work that you have done here. I am happening because of you. Thank you for your blessings. And if there is anything that you need me to fulfill, please can you show it to me? I open myself unto you. Please communicate with me in my dreams or give me messages or talk through me so that I can find out how to better please you, so that I can finish whatever work that you have left behind and you can bless me. Now, this is a kind of communication you must have with your the ancestors every day. Talk to them, offer your respects unto them, and also plant a tree with their name. You can get a plant or get a seed, actually plant a tree with their name and watch it grow and look after it. I promise you, this is very good. Planting a tree or life itself, looking after life in the name of them is very, very good. Now, different astrologers might say different things, but for me, based on my awareness, connecting with your ancestors is number one. Love. You cannot connect with your ancestors by giving this and that, but you can connect with them through energy because they understand energy. They are telepathic. They can see your vibration. They can connect with you based on vibration, and you need to connect to them. You need to rise up to them. You need to rise up to them through the love, the connection of. You need to have a desire to connect to them. Once that desire is strong enough, your electromagnetic fields expands, and then you can connect with them. And they'll be able to communicate with you. They'll be able to tell you exactly what you need to do to lead a flirtatious life. In fact, they will even bless you that you've connected to them. You see, they are in a different dimension of existence. They are out of the body. They have access to different things which you and I don't. Actually, yeah, you and I don't. But you can have access to many things while you are in the body as well by transcendental state of consciousness. Right? So it's important for you to connect to them and to please them. You can also offer them water. If this is the way you like to connect to them and you find your connection with them, you can do it. But for me personally, there's a lot of different astrologers and pundits that will talk about mantras and whatever which you can do. You can do yoga, meditation, mantras, I would suggest that you do lots of yoga, lots of meditation, get a plant or a tree, plant it in the name, and connect with them. Connecting with them means bhakti yoga, means you know, connecting with your higher power, devotion, or you can meditate as well. This is a beautiful way, and this doesn't cost you much. It doesn't cost you money at all to do. In fact, it costs you just a little bit of time to sacrifice to connect with your higher power, and you will see that you will nullify all the effects of Pitra Dosha, and you will lead a very fructious life. In fact, you will get the blessings of your ancestors because you take one step towards them, you connect just a little, they will connect with you. You take one step towards the heater will warm you back in return. So, therefore, connect with your ancestors and you will see magic happens. So, there is a very simple way to overcome Pitra Dosha, to nullify its effects, and I've given you four of them: planting a tree in their name, offering them water, to build a relationship with them, meditation, yoga, or communicating with them every day. There's actually five different ways. You can do all five, right? For me personally, I meditate, bhakti yoga, and I connect to them through thought and word every day. This is not a once in a week thing, once in a month thing. It's an everyday thing. I connect to them. I don't offer them any water besides during Pitar Pak. I don't offer them any food besides Pitar Pak. But there's lots of meditation happening every day. There's bhakti yoga, devotion to my higher power every day. And there's talking to my ancestors and paying gratitude to them every day. This is how you overcome Pitar Dosha. This is coming from Awareness Bobby. So thank you, dear listeners. Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Hari Bol. Goodbye.